So this is the submandibular gland, and unlike the parotid gland, you're going to have serous secreting cells and also mucus secreting cells. So if we zoom in, the serous cells here are going to look a little bit different from the parotid gland. Here's one, serous acinus, right? So the little black dots, that's the serous material, basically. See a lot of serous glands here. The mucus glands will tend to come in patches. So here's a patch of mucus glands here, and if you see this, you know you're definitely not in the parotid gland. You see how it's kind of a little more whitish and more bubbly. So that's a mucus gland. And I don't think they'll ask for intercalated ducts here just because they're so hard to find. I mean, maybe this is one, but I think if they ask for intercalated ducts, it'll be in the parotid gland. It's challenging enough to find it there, so I think it'd be kind of a dick move to ask for it here. Striated ducts, those are not as bad, so I can see them asking that, possibly. Here's one. Here's your myoepithelial cell on the side here. And the other thing about this gland is you want to be able to identify serous demilunes. So in order to find those, you look for a patch of mucus. And this is the serous demilune. It's just this dark cap, basically, that goes over the mucus gland. I don't know why they want us to find these. They're just an artifact, from what I understand, from fixation. But anyway, that's what it is. And let's see if I can find another example. Yeah, here's some mucus, serous demilune. Nah, I don't really like any of those. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Here's another example. All right, and now let's switch over to the sublingual gland. All right, so this is the sublingual gland, and you'll see it's sublingual because it's almost entirely mucus glands, right? So this is all mucus. Here, mucus. And I guess the one thing that they do want us to be able to find is intralobular ducts. So again, just to review what a lobule is, here's one lobule, and it's separated from other lobules by connective tissue. So this is an intralobular duct. So it doesn't really have the same appearance as this mucus gland here. This is kind of, I think it's a stratified cuboidal epithelium. And it's right in the middle of the lobule. So you want to make sure you pick one that's kind of inside the lobule and not one that's out here, because this will be an interlobular duct. All right, so another example. I want to pick one that's pretty safe. All right, this looks like another one. This one's not bad. And when it comes to the interlobular ducts, I was looking at the manual. It says excretory ducts. I'm not sure if there's a significant difference between excretory duct and interlobular duct. So this would be an interlobular duct, right? It's in the connective tissue in between lobules. For excretory duct, I guess I would just pick the biggest one you can find. Right? It's got to be this guy. Yeah, so you want to double check the epithelium, make sure it's a columnar. Yeah. So I'd be happy pointing this one out as an interlobular duct or an excretory duct. I don't think they're going to make a big deal about the difference between the two. And that concludes our module on the salivary glands.